The following is a presentation of the Austin Reed Network, now streaming for free.
From Fresno to the Oregon State Capitol and everywhere in between, with Austin Reed, this is the Reed Report.
If your work week has got you feeling like running for the weekend, don't worry. We've got some fresh local activities for you to explore so you can make the most for your days off. This is your weekend rundown. Let's get started. Everyone, Jeremiah Stroop here, and for over 2 decades, I've featured local creators, artists, small local businesses and brands, as well as unique individuals and events. So this week, I am super stoked to offer up a lineup of awesome activities, marketplaces, and local pop-ups that we know you will definitely want to explore and won't want to miss out on. Of course, this is your weekend rundown. Let's get into it. Headed to the City of Roses this weekend? Check out this Portland area event.
Children, picnics, and leashed pups are always welcome at local Portland area parks, where the original practice Shakespeare Festival is proud to bring admission-free Shakespeare back to the Portland Public Parks this summer. Here are a few free local events you won't want to miss. The OPS Fest company of skilled, flexible actors will occasionally interrupt songs, dances, and sketches throughout. This weekend gives you the chance to support local theater and soak up some Shakespeare, and maybe even a little sunshine. Here's a list of some upcoming shows you can attend for free. Shows begin at 7 p.m. and the audience is welcome to arrive during the hour before to watch the pregame dance and fight rehearsals. On the Ledge is Blanchett House's annual art show, benefiting Portland's art community and helping people who are experiencing homelessness. The art show is a special opportunity to see the work of 30-plus local artists centered around this year's theme of comfort food. You'll find the event at the Tuck Lung Gallery on Northwest 4th Avenue, with opportunities to view the art showcase through August 20th.
Will you be exploring the Pacific Northwest this weekend? Check out some of these great events.
PDX Poppy and DJ Comas present Feelin' Myself every first and third week in downtown Portland. Get down at this hip-hop, throwback, and reggaeton dance night for anyone and everyone who's up to have a good time in a fun, unique, and all-inclusive environment. $5 gets you in before 11 and warmed up for your weekend with special performances and drink specials at their new venue, Club Detour on Burnside, where you'll find some sexy dancers up top and this fresh event on the exclusive lower level. Follow Feelin' Myself PDX to learn more.
Will you be located down south around the Salem, Oregon area this weekend? Check out some of these great events.
Just a few blocks from the downtown riverfront of Salem, Oregon, you'll find the First Congregational Church, the location for the Northwest Native American Flute Celebration, Saturday, August 20th. With workshops, a flute circle, and a concert, there's so much to celebrate at this special event. Looking for a big finish to summer 2022? Head down to Salem, Oregon for the Oregon State Fair, including a special performance by Nelly, Monday, September 5th. To date, Nelly is the second highest selling hip-hop artist. Of course, there's so much more to see, hear, explore, and taste at the Oregon State Fair. Summer's big finish.
Do you know about an awesome local hot happening activity festival that our viewers should know about? Head over to our website, yourweekendrundown.com, with all the details. And who knows, your event might be featured next. Well, there you have it. Some awesome events for you to taste, see, and explore, knowing your dollars are making a difference close to home. Of course, there is so much more information for you to check out on our website, yourweekendrundown.com, where you can also learn about these and other events and join our VIP guest list for the chance to win free tickets to future activities. Of course, we'd love for you to follow us on social media, give us a like and subscribe. And there's also an opportunity on our accounts to see last-minute activities and events you won't want to miss. Last but not least, we'll be back next week, broadcasting locally, streaming globally, and I'll see you then. I'm Jeremiah Stroop, and remember, it's your weekend. You might as well run it.
This is a family-owned business, and here we treat the patients like we treat our families.
Just to show you, we keep everything on hand. We have a lot of samples of the people's casts that we store, so we don't have to repeat you through the whole process. In this room, we tend to cast the patients. So these are just samples of the prosthetics and orthotics and their cast as we do the work on them. In this room, we have a variety of shoes for our patients. So we're able to do a lot of stuff in-house. We have our lab here where we, once we get the cast of the patient, we're able to make test sockets. And then the last room, just to show, is that we stock material as needed. We are located at 6137 North Desta Street, suite number 101B, Fresno, California. Even if we have to make sometimes house calls, we will go locally in Fresno, Clovis to patients that have ride difficulties, and we'll go see them at their house.
I'm Monty Van Baum, a physician assistant here at Baum 5-Star Healthcare. At Baum 5-Star Healthcare, we offer a little bit of everything. We are urgent care, primary care, we do workman's comp and aesthetics, Botox, fillers, and we offer weight loss programs too. Baum 5-Star Healthcare is located in Hanford, California. Our address is 560 West Grangeville Boulevard. Hours of operations Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 to noon. Come to Baum 5-Star Healthcare. Yeah!
Explore more and get onto our VIP guest list at yourweekendrundown.com. It's your weekend. Run it.
I'm Jim Horton of the Zachary Horton Foundation. My son Zach lost his battle with opioid addiction at the age of 19. Our mission is to break the stigma of this terrible disease. Please listen to our podcast, Zach's Life, a story of love, addiction, loss, grief, and recovery. Find us on Spotify or ZacharyHortonFoundation.org.
The United Conservatory of Music provides quality music instruction for all ages and levels for a variety of instruments and voices.
It's been great, and I've learned how to be a teacher, which is to be open to learning as much as the kids are.
Interested in learning something new? Come take a tour today and sign up for music lessons, or reserve your spot by calling 559-586-6993.
Welcome to Artists and Authors, brought to you by CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you from our Tower District studios inside the Mike Briggs building. We thank you for joining us. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed On Air. Make sure that you subscribe as well to our Central Valley Talk YouTube channel so you can see more great interviews like you're going to see here in the next 10 minutes. My guest today is an author and self-taught medium. That's right. D.L. Benning became spiritually curious after her father's murder in 1984. It would take 25 years for her father to start a conversation with her. Since then, D.L. has sought out education and guidance to enhance her gift. She credits many teachers and kind souls from the other side for guiding her along the way, and you see her right there next to me. DL, good morning, welcome. Thank you for joining us on Artists and Authors.
Oh, thank you for having me. Hello from Chicago.
Hi there. Oh, Chicago, that's very cool. I didn't know, I didn't ask beforehand where exactly your location was. My mom is from the Chicago area, had a hot dog stand in the one of the suburbs. I always forget the name, but anyways, I love.
Well, you should remember this.
I know. I talk about it all the time. Oak Park. Oak Park.
Oak Park.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Great.
So.
Well, hello to your mama.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Chicago. Love Chicago. So, so DL. Fascinating story. I, by the way, just some background, I'm obsessed with The Other Side, big paranormal fan, big spiritual kind of person. So when I saw this come my way this morning that I was interviewing you, I got really, really excited. So for our viewers that don't know what a medium is, tell us.
Okay, so a medium is someone that bridges the two worlds. So think of it as a bridge, like from this plane to the next plane. So I raise my vibration to communicate with souls on the other side and communicate messages back and forth.
So let's go back to the day that you, maybe just the first few days that you really noticed that you had this gift.
Well, it was a little scary, and I did think I was going crazy because they were voices in my head. It was a voice in my head, but it was my father's voice, and it kind of just happened. I was just getting ready to get married, and I was alone in my condo, and I was kind of having a little pity party because my dad had passed, and I didn't have him to walk me down the aisle, and I had been just obsessed with that as a kid, which, of course, an adult to a 7-year-old about getting married. Well, you have daughters, so you know, right?
Yeah.
There's things that come up, and you go, oh, yeah, right. And so I was realizing that in a few months he wouldn't be there, and I was really upset, and I was really in the midst of poor me, and I just heard his voice, and he said, of course I'll be there. And I was just like, okay, who is that? And I was looking around and blinking because I thought, well, nobody's here. And I was curious, and I've seen psychics and mediums myself, but I didn't realize that I also had the gift, which we all do. It's whether we're in tune to it or not, and how in tune we are. And so we just had a conversation, and it filled in a lot of gaps. And I think when I use that medium gift with people, I think they're just looking for answers, and I think they're a little, is this real or not? But I couldn't possibly know the information that have come through, and I couldn't possibly have even known my father's side because, he was gone when I was 21 and out of my life for most of it. So, just hearing from him, his story was just really interesting to me. And because it was my father, I probably believed it more. But I did kind of wonder, like, am I going crazy? And then, they say when the student's ready, the teachers show up, and people were just coming into my way through different avenues and different books I was reading. And I just found my people, so to speak, that helped me really develop this gift even further.
We've heard the terms, obviously, medium, but also clairvoyance and psychic. Those, so between those three, what's the difference, would you say?
Well, that's a good question, because I think the terms get intermixed. A psychic is somebody who's reading energy, could be from the past, could be present or future, but they're not talking to the other side. And a clairvoyant is a real strong energy that is the gift of sight. Like, there's people that can see angels and guides and different energies, like they were real people right here. I don't have that gift. I can see them when I close my eyes. So everything is happening internally for me. And so mediums are always psychic, but psychics aren't obviously always medium.
So interesting. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about why and how you began channeling the messages kind of from the other side.
Well, they just kind of started seeking me out with different messages for me. So at first it was my people and my angels coming to me, deceased grandparents, deceased friends, and started filling in some gaps. And then I just started practice and sought out a teacher that just helped me learn the guidelines, so to speak, on how to do it, in people's best and highest good. And then I started doing readings for family and friends. So that was kind of fun. And they were, of course, good volunteers. And then I started getting outside of that for their family and friends. And so, I don't advertise for it, but people seem to find me. And probably the last 5 years, I've seen a lot of mothers whose children have committed suicide. And so for me, it's all about connecting and helping people heal, because that would be such a huge loss, and teaching them how to keep the conversation going. So I also think, I'm a teacher by degree, but I do a lot of teaching in life. And so I'm teaching them a little bit of the basics so they can continue on the conversation, because it truly is, a very thin veil between the two worlds, so to speak.
DL, I got to ask you, do you have any favorite stories of you working with a client on a situation? I mean, you said that you've been working with a lot of women going through the grief process, losing their son or daughter. But do you have anything that really comes to mind, just maybe even within the last year or, whatever?
Well, I think that there, all their stories would be confidential, so I won't say any names, but There was one mother that came and, it's not unusual that someone whose child had committed suicide would somehow feel an enormous amount of guilt, like they should have known, they should have stopped it, the person died alone. And so I believe that we're all here for a soul's purpose, and we're here to learn lessons of being a human. And when our lessons are up, we're done. And we travel in these soul groups, and so we agree to help each other with each other's lessons. And so, I just really feel the heart healing a bit with the moms that have come through, and of their children saying they're fine, they're on the other side, they've connected with other loved ones who have passed. And I think there's just a piece that comes with that. It doesn't replace, obviously, but I think when I'm able to do that, I feel it too. Like, I feel this gratitude to be a part of that. I've always been a bridge builder, a collaborator, and so, the universe is just using my skills in different ways now.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the book. Let's dive into that.
Sure.
When did this all come about?
Well, it started 5 years ago.
Okay.
And the story found me, so to speak. And it is a fictional book, but let's just say the main character, Lynn Monroe, and I have a lot in common. And so this was just something totally unexpected. Never, a lot of people ask, well, did you always dream of writing a book? And of course the answer is no. Heck no. Right. I dropped out of high school English because I didn't want to write a term paper. So I'm the least likeliest person to have ever written a book ever. And the story found me, and I'm all about shining the light on the truth. And I just knew I was being called in a different way to bring this story to life.
So, this book is a work of fiction, but like you said, there's a lot of your main character, Lynn. Can you share how much of this really happened to you? Just more of like that connection.
Well, I am able to connect with different souls and get their stories and pass on messages if they've chosen me to do that. So I have to be respectful of it. It's an open investigation, so can't say too much, but I'll just say Lynn and I have a lot in common.
Okay, the Ford Heights Murders is book 1 in a series. How many books are in the series, and then when can we expect the next one?
So there'll be 3 books.
Okay.
Book 2 is underway, so we should see that sometime in the fall.
Perfect, very good. And then people can learn more, of course, on your website. Tell everybody what that is.
YourFriendsCameToSeeMe.com.
Awesome. DL, great conversation. Great to meet you. We've got about 30 seconds left. Any parting words? Anything you wanted to say that I missed? Don't want to miss that.
I think you did a great job. I think people are curious. I think we're in a time in the consciousness that people are more curious and more open. And I think it's exciting to see the world that is becoming. And so I'm excited, and I hope that if you enjoyed the interview, that you'll check out my website, and you can buy the book on Amazon. You can get it in Kindle or paperback.
I will be checking out your website as well. DL Benning, thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Artists and Authors from CentralValleyTalk.com. If you want to be a guest, connect with us online. We'll be right back.
This is a family-owned business, and here we treat the patients like we treat our families.
Just to show you, we keep everything on hand. We have a lot of samples of the people's cast that we store, so we don't have to repeat you through the whole process. In this room, we tend to cast the patients. So these are just samples of the prosthetics and orthotics and their cast as we do the work on them. In this room, we have a variety of shoes for our patients. So we're able to do a lot of stuff in-house. We have our lab here where we, once we get the cast of the patient, we're able to make test sockets. And then the last room, just to show, is that we stock material as needed. We are located at 6137 North Vesta Street, Suite number 101B, Fresno, California. Even if we have to make sometimes house calls, we will go locally in Fresno, Clovis to patients that have ride difficulties, and we'll go see them at their house.
I'm Monty Van Baum, a physician assistant here at Baum 5-Star Healthcare. At Baum 5-Star Healthcare, we offer a little bit of everything. We are urgent care, primary care, we do workman's comp and aesthetics, Botox, fillers, and we offer weight loss programs too. Baum 5-Star Healthcare is located in Hanford, California. Our address is 560 West Grangeville Boulevard. Hours of operations Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 to noon. Come to Baum 5-Star Healthcare. Yeah!
Explore more and get onto our VIP guest list at yourweekendrundown.com. It's your weekend. Run it.
I'm Jim Horton of the Zachary Horton Foundation. My son Zach lost his battle with opioid addiction at the age of 19. Our mission is to break the stigma of this terrible disease. Please listen to our podcast, Zach's Life, a story of love, addiction, loss, grief, and recovery. Find us on Spotify or ZacharyHortonFoundation.org.
The United Conservatory of Music provides quality music instruction for all ages and levels for a variety of instruments and voices.
It's been great, and I've learned how to be a teacher, which is to be open to learning as much as the kids are.
Interested in learning something new? Come take a tour today and sign up for music lessons, or reserve your spot by calling 559-586-6993.
Whether this summer in the Northwest takes you to the coast, the mountains, or downtown to explore and support small local businesses and shops, we've got a great beverage to energize all your adventures, and it tastes a whole lot like summer to us. Excess Energy is celebrating 20 years of adventure and helping people experience more, with a brand new limited edition can and a fresh flavor to tantalize your taste buds. As an IBO myself, I've tried all of the Excess Energy drink flavors I get to represent, and I gotta say, this one's my new favorite. The watermelon lemonade flavor has just 10 calories, 0 sugar, and no carbs. Excess is made in the US of A, so when you crack open a can, you know your dollars are making a difference close to home. This exclusive brand is not available in stores, but you will find it online and through a local independent business owner in your community. And after 20 years, if you still haven't heard of this brand, it's probably because they don't spend a lot of money on advertising or billboards. They actually partner with families and individuals in the community to create the buzz about their brand. So this summer, why not test out this great drink packed with B vitamins and their other sports nutrition and energy products. Get all the details on their website and at Excess Nation so you can experience more. And remember to support small businesses and American-made brands as you get out and explore this summer.
Yesterday was the weekly Thursday night market in downtown Hanford, but it was a little bit different this time around. Now, this event happens every week, but this time was even more special due to the fact that it was celebrating Hanford City's 131st birthday. Classic rock music was played by the band Jaded. And there was even cake that was served out to commemorate the city's birthday. If you like watching bands perform some of your favorite songs, as well as going around to different vendors for fresh food and homemade accessories, definitely consider coming to downtown Hanford on Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Reporting in the South Valley studio in Hanford, Brady Lane.
Welcome back to Women in Business. I'm your host, Lisa Autry. I'm really excited to invite my friend and colleague on today. She inspires women by helping them own their inner strength and craft their legacy. I would like to welcome owner and CEO of Mom Strong, Stephanie Chapman. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi, Lisa. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you on finally. We had to reschedule a couple of times because both of our crazy schedules. That's the way life goes. But I'm so happy to have you on and get to meet with our viewers. So I have a couple of questions for you about your amazing business that is consistently growing. We're going to be talking about that today. But how did you get started and what is it that your business does?
So I got started as a personal trainer, actually, and then I decided to shift gears when I moved into the online space because I honestly hated personal training online. I wanted to do something different and something to create a bigger impact, and I figured mindset was the foundation for everything. And so mindset coaching and mentorship is what it led to.
I love that. And so let's talk about, you got started because you didn't like one direction. You've had to pivot. We've talked to a few other ladies in the past few weeks, like pivoting, especially in the last few years, has become kind of the norm that pops up on this show. But let's talk about your struggles. What struggles have you had to overcome in order to conquer and be successful in your business?
Struggle is kind of where it all started. I feel like that's why mindset was so important. I was a single mom of 3. And I just really wanted to create an impact and an income, being able to be home with my kids. I'm obviously married and have 2 more kids now, but that dream really didn't change. I still wanted to have that same thing play out, even though my life had changed a lot. I just really want to give my kids a life that I always dreamed of. And I want to be able to have moms, across the globe do the same thing for their families.
I love that. And, that's really your why. That's your driving factor. Let's talk a little bit about balance because you are a mom of 5 and you run your own business. Like, we're all crazy, right? but there comes a time with balance, especially when it comes to mindset, right? In order to be successful. How do you achieve balance between being all the roles in your life?
Really asking for help is a huge one. I've had to rely on family. I've had to rely on my husband. And, when I started all this, it was really just me and a vision I had. And I just realized that wasn't sustainable. I honestly made a huge switch this year by getting my own office. So that way I can separate my home and work life a little bit. So it's really just figuring things out as you go and finding a new balance each time something changes.
I love that. So congrats on the new office space. That's amazing. I think that's great to kind of differentiate, your different roles because you are so many people at any given time. Where are you headed next and where can we best find you?
Honestly, headed next is hopefully getting some in-person clients. I really want, that connection again. And that's really what I'm striving for. I want Mom Strong to become a household name and a go-to resource for moms really wanting to better their life and create that legacy they've always wanted. The best way to find me, Mom Strong Tribe on Facebook, and momstrongmindset.com is my website. Those are probably the go-to places right now to find me.
And that community is an amazing resource. It's whenever any mom is struggling, you're always offering support. And it's been very awesome to see other women and moms offering support too. It's really a great collaboration. So if you're a mom struggling or even a woman-owned business struggling, you can go there and kind of seek the resources and seek the guidance. I absolutely love being in it. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming on. And we can't wait to talk with you in maybe a couple of months to see how the office space is going, seeing how you're growing and continuing to own your own inner strength. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Until next time, I'm your host, Lisa Autry, and this is Women in Business.